Man, we might be entering a new era of boxing because finally somebody checks Teofimo Lopez for what he just said, the racist remarks that he just made. No black person should ever give a racist a platform. But if you do, you should be bringing him on your platform, on your podcast, so you can check him on what he said. And that's exactly what they did on this show with Cameron and Mace. Well, actually, I shouldn't use the word check. That's too strong of a word. They didn't check him, but they did address what he said. I mean, for any black person to interview this man, Teofimo Lopez, and act like he didn't just call black people monkeys, it makes you look stupid as hell. Now, I'm about to play the clip, but Cameron, he admitted that he didn't even know. He brought this man on the show not even knowing he was a racist, not even knowing that he just recently called black people monkeys. And that's because everyone who's on that podcast are very casual fans. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip and further expose how racist Teofimo Lopez is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
what you call a monkey.
Yeah, he was talking pause about monkeys and bananas and everything.
Yeah, for real.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, they texting me because like I said, I didn't know, Murder. This is a surprise he's on the show. I had all my shit lined up. We've been talking about T. I ain't know you call black niggas monkeys.
Nah. Chill. Hey, and even then, man, I'll tell you, like, it's truthfully.
You can clear it up. That's why you here.
That's why I know.
What happened?
For sure. So this is what it is, really. When it came to it, I gotta press them in any avenue. They don't want to fight me. Well, and that the two guys that I was saying was Gervonta Davis and Terrence Crawford, but I was just talking about them too. I ain't talking about the bunch. And to clarify it more, Gervonta Tank Davis calls himself a gorilla, an ape, right? So I'm just referring back to everything that has been told. But the fact that I guess we're talking about when it comes to the skin complexion, then maybe it's foul. But I'm not on that at all. Like, at all. I'm just tagging two guys. If everybody want to be in that two-guy lane, that's between y'all. But I'm just focusing on two fighters right now. And if they can't get at me, then we got to figure another way and move on.
So you basically was pressing their buttons to try to get a fight.
Exactly.
So more of the story is you called them two monkeys.
Exactly. More of the story is that.
It's so much to say about this, I almost don't know where to start. The first thing I want to say is when Eddie Hearn was calling Gervonta inarticulate, he should have really been talking about Teofimo Lopez. Because if you pay attention to everything he says in his interviews, he's extremely inarticulate. So then you have Teofimo trying to explain why he's calling black people monkeys. Then he says, I guess it is a little foul if I'm talking about the skin complexion. Let me just educate the people who don't know. There are over 300 species of monkeys that literally come in every shape, size, and color. So when you hear Teofimo saying, maybe it was kind of foul, me saying that because of their skin complexion, because of their color, that's like saying, I called that race a bunch of cats. But now that I think about it, it's kind of foul because they share the same color as a cat. Then Teo tries to clarify, as he puts it. He tries to explain why he was calling Terrence Crawford and Gervonta monkeys. He says it's because Gervonta Tank Davis, he calls himself a gorilla. So then naturally, the next question from the people who was interviewing him should have been, okay, so why did you call Terrence Crawford a monkey? And the obvious answer would be because he's talking about black people in general. This man said I was only talking about them two, not the whole bunch. I can guarantee you almost nobody, including Teofimo Lopez, he ain't gonna never walk into a boxing gym full of black people and call one or two people monkeys. Remember, Teofimo Lopez's father is the one that got jumped inside of a gym for using the N-word, and they almost killed his ass, according to Senior. And once again, I'm almost sure that Cameron and Mace, they don't know nothing about this because they don't really follow the sport that closely. Now, if you listen to the whole interview, whenever Teo is trying to defend himself from the racist remarks that he made, he'll bring up Tupac quotes. And they're not even Tupac quotes. He'll just bring up Tupac because he thinks that black people are stupid enough to say, oh man, look, he can't be racist. This man is talking about Tupac. He did the same thing last time he caught backlash for saying, they can keep the black fighters and everything else that he said. He started bringing up Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman. I'm telling y'all right now, Teofimo Lopez is one of the worst type of racists you could come across. And let me just make this very clear. People like Teofimo and Ryan Garcia, they can be as racist as they want to be. I have no problem with that because I don't associate with those kind of people anyway. The problem I have is them being racist and then trying to act like they're cool with black people afterwards. That's the only part that offends me. Should no black people be doing interviews with these cats, once again, unless you are going to really check them and expose them. Teofimo, he got embarrassed in this interview just because they addressed this, which I could tell you right now, if there are any more black people that ends up interviewing him, they're going to be more influenced to check him just because of the influence of Cameron and Mace. Understand this, guys. The only reason Teofimo even had the balls to come out and call black people monkeys is because he noticed that when Ryan Garcia came out saying that he was anti-black and F-N words and, he wanted to bring black people back to life and kill them again, no black people really checked him for it. And this is exactly what I said was going to happen. If you don't check the first person for doing it, that's just going to embolden more racists to come out and disrespect the race. And that's exactly what's starting to happen. It's not a coincidence. Right after Ryan said all that stuff, then Teo, he comes out and says this stuff. If you keep letting these racists say whatever they want to say on a microphone and then show up at live events, show up at podcasts, and nobody check them, nothing happens to them, they just going to keep doing it more and more to where you ain't going to have no choice but to address it. But don't let it get that bad. If you got one roach in your house, you better take care of it right away. Don't wait until you got 500. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.